Okay, so on a serious note about the Saturn Jupiter trine that's upcoming, I'm going to be harping on this probably until it happens because this is a really important stage in this story. This story began in December of 2020, and this was a special Jupiter Saturn conjunction in that Jupiter was eclipsing Saturn. That's why it was visible. It was that great big star in the sky. It wasn't a normal conjunction where they're kind of merging energies. This is Jupiter overtaking the Saturnian energy. And so far, we've seen a lot of attempts at the expansion trying to overtake the restriction, the growth, and the intelligence, the education, things like that, trying to overtake the just keeping things the way they are, right? But right now, with Saturn in its fall in Aries, Saturnian figures, authority figures, anybody who thinks they have an authority even when they don't, bosses, CEOs, corporations, banking institutions, and governments are all on their worst behavior because Saturn is in its fall in Aries. And this is essentially trying to keep us in a nice little societally acceptable status quo box. It's suppressing authenticity and inspiration and passion and drive and things like that. And yes, aggression and violence are things that are absolutely on the table with Saturn and Aries, for sure, in order to maintain that status quo, to use fear to keep people in line with the status quo. Just a friendly reminder, Black people don't hang themselves from trees, okay? There's a certain group of people that think that they have authority over other groups of people, and they will use aggressive tactics to try to enforce that. That's what we're seeing happening in the world. Now, this trine to Jupiter in Leo, that's not like this wide open door to some kind of beautiful thing. That's a wide open door to almost king type of energy. Leo and Jupiter both are very king energy. So this is that Saturn acting a damn fool in Aries, trying to make everybody just fall in line. Wide open door to look at me, I'm the king type of energy. So far, this has been a rough story between Jupiter and Saturn. The squares being in August of 2024, December of 2024, and then June of 2025. We've seen zero of Jupiter winning in this Jupiter eclipsing Saturn energy for the most part. And unfortunately, I think under this trine, it's probably going to get a lot louder. Because Saturn is, despite the fact that it's in its fall, it's still kind of at the top of the planetary hierarchy. So it still gets away with a lot more than a lot of other planets do when they're in their fall.